What up? Happy Wednesday. Matt G, last game of the regular season, you can put any 4 Vikings from history on the roster to secure the first seed. Each week you have to drop one. Who remains to play in the Super Bowl? All right, so 4 Vikings from history. On this specific team? Okay, so we can do that. I will take Randy Moss, John Randall, see, the tough thing is, like, I would consider like Carl Eller or Alan Page, except 240-pound defensive tackles that ain't gonna fly nowadays. Or Ron Yeri, Gary Zimmerman, or Mick Tingelhoff. But yeah, specific. All right, so their caliber of play in their era. So we'll do that. Randy Moss, John Randall, Mick Tingelhoff, and Tarkington. And the order I'll drop them in is Tingelhoff, Randall, Tark, and then Random Mouse. That's like Kirk Cousins comes back in for the Super Bowl. I'm back, baby. I'm back. That's right. Shady Rebob. How do you see the kicking game playing out? I think both of them will be in the sphere. One will make the roster. One will be on the practice squad. I think it'll be an extended competition. Yeah. Who's going to be Mr. Mankato this year? It should just be Jalen Twyman by default. So when we did our Mr. Mankato video, we completely spaced on Jalen Twyman. But yeah, if Jalen Twyman is able to get on the practice field, get in preseason games, it should be him by default. More underrated players on our squad poised for a big season or contributing substantially. I think Dan Chisena might make a little bit of a leap. Yeah. I do like Chaz Surratt. Oh, Harrison Hand. I don't think Harrison Hand is underrated anymore. I think that he's starting to get some love and attention, and deservedly so. Who else? That's probably about it in terms of sleepers. I guess Gronklin. Yeah. Marcus Denkman. Right now, who's the best Viking on the team for a whole season? Jefferson. Sean Shanahan. Really? Skull Jerome. I rewatched the Senior Bowl, and I think we have 6 guys at camp that play in the game. Is that the most of any team, or not that unusual, Sean? The Vikings, we did a video a couple months ago that the Vikings have really emphasized Senior Bowl performers. They like seeing players that are a little bit more mature. They like seeing guys that have a little bit more experience, and yeah, they do put a premium on that. I mean, it might be. 6 does seem like a lot, even though the Senior Bowl, Mobile, Jim Nagy and company do really good work. They have a lot of kids drafted every single year. Next up, Joshua T. Does this team have more success if we move Thielen to wide receiver 3, get more speed at wide receiver 2, stretch the field on second down? Well, the wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 designation, that's whatever. Thielen's obviously going to be on the field a ton. I think the Vikings will run a lot more 11 personnel this year. They were dead last in terms of running percentage of offensive snaps run in 3 wide last season. But I do like the DD addition. I think that ISM, maybe BB or BC or someone else steps up, gets into that wide receiver 3 role. But no, having Adam Thielen on the field less, that's not a recipe for success. Kevin Murphy. Will place kicking again be the difference in win-loss this season? Hope not. Greg Joseph, Riley Patterson, please. Mitchell Bajirk. If Irv does not take the next step in his development, would you say tight end is a big need heading into 2022? Sure. Yeah, I think that if Irv still is sort of meh, we see the potential, but if he doesn't make the jump, sure. Especially since Gronklin is out of contract this year. So he may be retained. Maybe he goes somewhere else and gets paid. I don't know. Wingless, if Bradbury doesn't take a big step this year, should the Vikings replace him? Yes. Yeah, year 3 is it for Garrett Bradbury. We need to see a monumental step up, especially with the new offensive line coach, especially with guards that are going to be consistent around him. Ideally, hopefully it's Ezra, hopefully it's Wyatt Davis. So yeah, Bradbury's got to do it. Miles, have you seen the old Quiznos Subs rack commercial? It's classic. I've not. Maddox Maloney, will Gladney play an NFL snap this season? I don't think so. I think that the trial, so it goes to a grand jury on the 29th. It's probably going to be going to trial. And, trial may be months out. So if his trial gets going in, November, December, He's not going to play with that hanging over him, then trial, whatever. And even if it's cleared or charges are dropped or whatever, he still might face suspension. So I think that he's a very big underdog to play anywhere this year. Big Papa Bert. Going back to your random Vikings players video, I thought a bunch of old receivers. What happened to Mike Wallace and Michael Floyd? How did they ever get to the Vikings to begin with? So I have this theory that the season before the Vikings traded like a 5th and 6th round pick for Mike Wallace, he was on the Dolphins and he scored 2 touchdowns against them. I think it was 2014 because I think they traded for him in 2015. Yeah, it didn't work out. He was only here 1 year. How stupid is that? Michael Floyd. So Michael Floyd got a shot here because local kid, St. Paul, Cretan-Durham Hall, and also his connection with Rudy from their Notre Dame days. Actually, I think Floyd lived with Rudy for a while. Plus, I mean, Michael Floyd was a good wide receiver for a hot second. I think he had 1 or 2 1,000-yard seasons. Maybe it might have been 3 in Arizona with Larry Fitz. So I thought, okay, very talented dude. Can he keep his stuff together? And then he had like the random kombucha thing, right, when he was wearing the ankle bracelet, checking his BAC. But I don't know. It just sort of fizzled out. I think, what, did he catch on with the Ravens or something like that? It's possible. It's just very weird. Patrick Harms. Who are most excited to see this season ISM for me? It's got to be Mond. If Kellen Mond could be the future franchise quarterback of the Vikings, that's big. DP, what do you think about Mason Cole at right guard? Paul Allen says on pick 6. Mailbag thinks Cole wins the job over Wyatt Davis. I'd say maybe. I think Mason Cole is the new Brett Jones, even though Brett Jones should be retained. I think if it's a level playing field, Wyatt Davis will win out because I think that Wyatt Davis' ceiling is up here. Mason Cole, he's fine. He has started at guard and center in the league before, but he wasn't overwhelming. There's a reason why the Cardinals traded for Rodney Hudson, even though Mason Cole was the Cardinals starter at center all last season. So I think Cole is fine as a utility offensive lineman. He can actually play all 5 spots because I believe he was a left tackle back at Michigan. So if Mason Cole does win, well, I will say if Dennison was here, maybe. Well, if Dennison was here, Dozier would win the job. But maybe a veteran like Mason Cole starts for a couple of games. But then do the Vikings turn to the younger guys if performance isn't up to par? I don't know. Let's do one more, and let's GTFO. Seth V. Herman, agree or disagree? Whop Phillier has a great chance to become a wide receiver 3. I think the guy has all kinds of talent. So this was before they signed D.D. Westbrook. I think he still has a shot. Maybe not immediately, but maybe a year or 2 down the line, because I do like Phillier. I think he was very draftable. Blake Prohl from East Carolina is also draftable as well. Myron Mitchell, I enjoy. So I think that they have a chance because I don't think anything is promised beyond Thielen and Jefferson. So even with Dede, I don't think that anything is promised to him necessarily. ISM, the draft pick, it's great, but if you don't perform, you're not going to get the job. So I do like that competition aspect this year. That's it. That is our training camp pre-show, whatever. You guys are the best. Live stuff come back Wednesday night. Woo! Get ready for the season. Skol, production value.